Hey there, guys. Mrs. King here, ready to go over the homework for Chapter 8. This is with the second declension. So let's take a look at the screen. Okay, here's Chapter 8. Remember, every 2 chapters, we get a new maxim. Divide et regna by Machiavelli. Machiavelli. Okay, check that out. They're declining for you the second declension neuter noun. And this is the new one that you've learned for this week. Remember, those endings are similar to second. They're related to second, but they're neuter. They're neuter. Um, and the genitive's the same, E. The dative's the same, O. The ablative's the same, O. The genitive plural's the same, orum, is. Now, what's different is the subject and the direct object. This is us and that is This happens to be the same. This plural is e and this is a. This is os and this is a. Did you remember the neuter rule? Have you ever heard that word, neuter rule? That means that anytime in Latin the declension is a neuter, the subject, the nominative, is going to be exactly like the direct object. Look at that. Ah. Want to hear something really crazy? Look at this third neuter. XX and ah. So you know why I tell you to always, when you learn a vocabulary word, always learn what declension it is immediately. Put it in a category. You know why? Because look at this. Ah, 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 ah. Now, how irritating is that? I mean, come on, we're going to get confused here. But when you learn a word, when you're introduced to a word, like here you go, you're introduced to these words, put them in a category, put them in a declension. They're going to go right here. And so whenever you see an ending or you're asked for an ending, you're going to choose one of these. And we remember them by saying, um, I, o, a, is, a, is, I, o, a, is, a, is. Okay? Those are your endings. Those are your endings. So, artificium is neuter, second neuter building. Kailum, kaili is neuter, it's sky or heaven. Auxilium, auxili, exemplum, exempli, example, and donum, doni, gift. Now, I've got some sentences that I created for you to practice. And of course, I always have a little vocabulary key up here. Stare is stand. Oh, we're not doing that. Oh, yeah, there's stand. Nare is tell. There's tell. Amo is love. Pugno. Where's pugno? Pugno is fight. There's fight. Oh, I gave you some English. Oh, pugno is attack. And look, we learned these this week. Look, pugno is fight. A pugno is attack. Neko is kill. Ambulo is walk. And mondo is entrust. Those are our 5 verbs that were introduced this week. And there's our 5 nouns. So there, I put that key up there because I don't know about you, but I don't like looking things up. I'm a little, I just, let me just get it done. So I put that in there to help you. So let's take a look at this. Let's look at the ending, okay? The ending is and remember the 4 questions that we're going to ask for a noun. It's declension, okay? Then gender, and then number, and then case. Those are the 4 questions that we're going to ask for nouns. So what declension is artificium? Well, it's a second neuter. And then what gender is artificium? I'm going to go ahead and put second and then neuter. What gender? It's neuter. What number is artificium? What number is it? Singular. See how I use my, oops, I didn't put a what do you call that line right there to divide it? I use my chart. You need to use your chart. Get your chart in front of you while you're doing these questions, parsing. And then what's the last one? Case. What case is it? Nominative, see? Case. Now you can write NOM or you can think subject noun. You need to think the English and the Latin, both, all right? And what does it mean? How about what does it mean after we do all that hard work? Building, or you can say the building if you want to. Building, the building. That's one of my favorite words out of Ficium because the derivative edify comes up. All right, number 2. Oh, now look at the ending. Now I've got a simple sentence here. And so I've got a verb, and this is the verb to stand. And I've got a verb ending. Remember our verb ending? I'm just in the present tense. Oh, Mexican hat dance. O-S-T, mustis, is the third person plural present ending. Third person plural present ending. Third person plural present ending. It means they, right? It means they. And you've only learned when I ask about verbs, I always ask you what conjugation it is. I always tell you that. Because third and fourth conjugation are irregular. So there's some strange things happening over there. So you, with the ending, and you want to get it right. I mean, it's all about stems and endings. So I ask the question what conjugation is. So you know, oh, okay. It's a normal one. Okay, I got it. It's normal except for that A missing right there in between the, should be an A there according to how I conjugate, but it's missing. So this is all a good important question to ask. What conjugation is the verb? Now let's go back to the noun. All right, you see that A there. You see it, right? And so this is they stand, but look at that A. Now that A in second declension, it could be a subject, or guess what? Bad news. It could be the direct object. So let's go with that it's the direct object. And you're like, hey, you can't have a direct object at the beginning of the sentence. Yes, you can. In Latin, it's all about, you just gotta puzzle it out, mess with it a little. Let's see if it's the direct object. They stand the building. That doesn't make any sense. So let's assume it's the subject. All right. Let's ask these questions. It's second declension, it's neuter, it's plural, and it's the subject. Let's write that down. Second declension, neuter, plural, and the subject noun. And it means buildings. The buildings stand. That makes sense. The buildings stand. Oh, there's another way we can say it. The buildings are standing. The buildings do stand. And we can finish the sentence with more words. All right. Kailum. Kailum is sky or heaven. It's an Here again, we're dealing with neuters. So I want you to remember that when you're dealing with the second neuter, get this in your head, that the subject and the direct object are exactly the same. They're translated the same, and they have the same ending. So it is, take a look at our thing here, right? Kailum. It's second declension. It's neuter. It's singular. And what do you think? You want to do direct object? Let's do direct object. Second declension, neuter, singular, direct object. And it's translated the sky or the heaven. Okay. Now I told you I have some labels on this one. I said this is going to be the subject, and here's the verb. Do you remember last week when we talked about the subject and the verb have to agree? Meaning if the subject is plural, you better have a plural ending. If the subject is singular, you better have a singular ending. Well, guess what? That A right there, do you see that A? Go ahead and highlight it. That A is plural. Take a look. Ah. Now, can I give you a warning here? Many people, many of my students get mixed up with that ah. Why would they? Because it's the same ending, which is why I always remind you to ask that first question. What declension is this noun? If it's a second neuter, you're not going to mistake it for this. And besides, that's a singular column. This is a plural. So don't mess with your brain. Tell your brain, hey, I'm going to the right column. That's a second declension neuter. It is a plural and it's the nominative. And then this is a first conjugation because it ends in ARE. It's third person, it's plural, and it's present tense. Remember what nera means? Do you remember? It means tell. So you're going to say the heavens. Remember, it's sky or heavens. The heavens tell. You can even say the heavens are telling. The heavens are telling the glory of God. That's from Joseph Haydn's Creation. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of work. All right. All right. We got it. You didn't color your verb. Okay, I'll do that. I like using these colors because they help with understanding, just helping the brain identify those endings. All right, look what we have here. What's that? Oh, do you remember what O is in Latin? It's a verb ending. It means I. It means I. And now, so we know that that's a subject pronoun, right? That's the subject pronoun. Here's the verb. Amo means love, right? And here's an that has to be the direct object. It can't be the subject. So there you go. Second declension neuter, singular, direct object. And so it's I love. What do you love? I love the. Oh, do you remember what auxilium is? I love auxilium. Here it is. Where is it? What happened to it? Help! I love help. I mean, I love help. I do. I love people to help me. You go into Walmart. They wear these shirts. You know what it says on the back? How can I help you? Let me count the ways how you can help me. Okay, moving on. Amat domum. All right, we got another verb there. Put your ending on, and then put your color on this one. All right, you can do that. All right, you know what ama means? This is one of the first verbs you learned. It means love. And T means, remember T? He, she, or it. You choose whatever you want. Oh, you know what? I'm going to choose she. She loves. And do you remember donum? Donum is gift. In fact, they declined it up here. See that? She loves the gift. And you know what the gift is? The gift is Jesus. He is the greatest gift. Guys, if you don't know him, just ask him to reveal himself to you. He will. He is the greatest gift. His presence. Can't get better than that. All right, number 7, exempli. Well, what declension is exempli? It's second, neuter, singular, and it's genitive. And we wrote it already. Second, neuter, what I say, singular and genitive. And always, 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 the genitive is translated with an of. Of the, and you don't even need that much help with that word. It's example. Now, here's the same word, but it's a plural, and you got to get used to the aurum. So it's not of the example, it's of the examples. You know how else you can translate this? Is do EXAM, examples, and then put apostrophe. Make it possessive. Yeah. Donis is your indirect object right here. It's to or for the gifts. To or for the gifts. And you guys can do these to the gifts. Or is it, should we say for the gifts? Whatever makes more sense. It's to or it could be for. But Phil, make sure you parse everything. Let's do one of the English. The English is what you want to do is you want to go ahead and label those. Now, when we translate, this is gifts, this is in this column. When we translate this, we say by, with, or from the gifts. So you don't have to add the word gifts. There's no translation. When you put is on the end of your stem, so what's the stem for gift? How do you find your stem? Do you remember? You go to the genitive, which is D-O-N-I. You cross out the I, the genitive ending, and you're left with the stem. So there's the stem, D-O-N. When you do English to Latin, you write the stem. Now, you're looking for an ending, and you're going to go, what is translated with the gifts? Well, it's right here. It's second declension. It's in the plural column. It's ablative, and it's is. Did I go too fast? If I did, let's do another one. By the water. What's the stem for water? Do we have it up here? Water? I probably thought you know water, so I'm going to do A-Q-U. That's the stem for water. So, by, with, or from the water. Remember what water is. It's a first declension. It's singular. What's that ending? Off. Do you see that system? Once you have that system in your head, declension, gender, number, case, that's really helpful. Very helpful. Put your macron over it. That's what makes it a object of the preposition. You know what? I apologize. I should have parsed this first. The building stands by the water. What stands by the water? Building, subject, noun. What is being said about building? Building stands, verb. And of course, by is a preposition. This is the object of the preposition. The stem for building is A-E-D-I-F-I-C-I. A-E-D-I-F-I-C-I. And stands is S-T-A. How did I get that from? Go up to your infinitive, cross out the R-E. Go to the infinitive, cross out the R-E, and you're left with the stem. All right, we need an ending on here. Building is second neuter. It's a subject noun, and it's singular. Building's a second neuter. It's a subject noun, and it's singular. What's the ending? Write on there. Okay? And then go to your verb. Your verb better be matching the same number as your subject. So we're going for, this is the present tense. This is going to be third person singular. Third person singular. It could be an it. The building could be an it. So what's the ending? T. All right, put that down there. There you go. You did it. The book does not have you translating things like this yet. Pretty soon, but you're already going to be ready. So parse these out. I entrust the gift. Who entrusts the gift? I, subject noun, subject pronoun. What is being said about I entrust verb. Entrust what? Gift. Verify the noun. Does gift mean the same as I? No, gift, direct object. So what is your stem for gift? M, A, N. Actually, it should be A, but in member first conjugation, you don't put that A in. And what is O? Your ending is O, right? Because O means I. So here's your stem. It's M-A-N-D-A, but we're going to drop the A, and your ending is O. O means I. And what's your stem for gift? Same one up there. D-O-N. And it's a direct object, and it's singular. So let's go. Second declension, neuter, singular, direct object. What's the ending? It's a You guys will totally get these endings. They're going to go right in your head. Just pay attention if something's singular or plural. Plural, plural, plural. All right? Singular. All right? You got this. This is not hard. You can do this. So I hope this helps. And as always, review. If you want to, I could do that real quick. I'll show you the vocab words. Chapter 8, the first one. Oh, I gave you the wrong one. Oh, hold on. Let me fix this. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, I'm good. So the first one is pugno, pugnari, pugnawi, pugnatum, and it means fight. You see the little pugs there. The words pugnacious and pugilist is a derivative. O pugno, o pugnare, o pugnawi, o pugnatum, attack. Ooh. Neko, nekare, nekawi, nekatum is kill. Ambulo, ambulare is walk. Mando, mandare is to entrust. Building, adificium, adificii. Kailum, kaili is sky or heaven. Auxilium, auxilii is help. Exemplum, exempli, example. Donum, doni, gift. There you go. Okay. So there's your words, there's your examples. Go do those exercises. Get comfortable with parsing a noun, declension, gender, number, case, a verb, conjugation, person, number, tense. You got this. And it's fun. Have fun and find those derivatives. They're really fun to dive into and explore and just then use them in your writing. Words are fun. All right, see you next time.